What are you shooting with right now?
We're testing out the Canon 85 and Canon 35 with the A7R3.
Okay.
Adapting lenses, it's working out so far. And we did one outfit, we're doing another outfit, and that's it.
Awesome. Looking good.
The more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you.
For those of you that care, this video right now is being shot with the Fuji X-T2 and the 50mm f2, and the video of the portrait session was shot with the Fuji X-T2 and the 16-55 2.8 zoom lens. Hey everybody, it's Randall Herrera, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my experience during my first portrait session with the Sony A7R3. Now, this isn't meant to be a full review in any way at all. I've not spent enough time with the camera to do a full review. This is just more my first impressions with the camera during that day. So I did not use it with any native lenses, so that's the first thing. The only native lens I have for this camera is the 28 f2. And it's a pretty good lens for just kind of like walk around all day kind of thing. But I do have a Canon 35 f1.4 Mark II. It's an L lens, and I'd much rather use this as it is much better, gives much better image quality than the 28 f2. Sony does have their own 35 1.4, which is supposed to be a very lovely lens, but this is the lens that I had, and you know, I do have Canon cameras that I use, so this is just one of the good things about Sony. Let's just put it this way, is that you can, especially if you're a Canon shooter, is that you can adapt lenses. And with the newer generation of Sony bodies, they work much better than let's say, for example, the A7R2 or A6500 or A7S2. Well, the A7S2 adapted glasses does not work very well because it's contrast detect only, and Metabones and all those adapters are based on, work better with phase detect. So in any case, the A9, the A7R3, you actually get IAF with Canon lenses and Sigma lenses and a lot of more, you know, a lot of the adapted glass, right? So in any case, one of the good things about Sony is that you can adapt glass, so you don't have to like totally jump in and buy lenses and to try it out. And so my first thoughts. So first of all, like I said, I used it with the 35 millimeter Mark 1.4 Mark II and with the old 85 1.8. This is a pretty old lens, which it's sharp images, you know, considering its cost. I'm not even sure what it is right now, like $400, something like that. I'm not entirely sure. You know, it does suffer from some like chromatic aberrations and that kind of thing. But again, for its age and its cost, it's pretty good lens. It did work a lot better with the newer generation Canon lens. With the 85, it did give me. Oh, before I continue, I'm using the Sigma MC11 adapter, so that should be noted, because from what I understand, the Metabones adapter will work better with the Canon glass. So, but in any case, I wasn't disappointed really, to be honest, with the way it performed. I was using autofocus for the most part for the entire photo session. The 35 millimeter never, I mean, didn't fail much. Let me put it that way. I'm not gonna say it didn't fail at all, but it didn't fail much. in terms of working with the adapter and eye autofocus. The 85 is a different story. It is an older lens, so maybe that could have something to do with it. I don't know. But there were a lot of pictures that, according to the camera, eye focus was acquired. But according to the screen, and once I opened it up in Lightroom or Photoshop, it was not in focus. It was actually a little bit blurry, and it definitely wasn't motion blur because I had the shutter speeds to make sure that that wouldn't be an issue. In any case, overall, my first impressions are it was very enjoyable to use the eye autofocus. With the even if I wasn't using that so much, sometimes I when I was having difficulty acquiring eye autofocus, I was using the little thumbstick and the joystick, and it was working very well. So that addition of the joystick definitely was a big factor for me for getting this camera, because I had the A7S II and I had the A6500 and a little D-pad type style where you have to. It's not fun to me. It works, but it was not fun. So this camera is definitely the joystick edition definitely pushed me. And then the IAF I missed. Like I said, I had Sony before, and I got rid of it. And I did miss the IAF, but I can do without it. I mean, if I have to. While as good as it is, I can do without it. Of course, many people have done without it for years. People have done without Sony's IAF, as good as it is. And I don't mean to put it down like that. I just mean that it's not like you can't do portrait photography without it. It just does make it easier because you can concentrate on composition and just all that kind of stuff without worrying about if the model's eye lines up with your AF point and that kind of thing. In any case, as is, I personally feel that I could get away with just it. I don't even need to buy Sony glass for this type of portrait session. If you're into faster paced photography, then yeah, you might want to. You definitely want native glass. But this combination just really worked on that day. Again, the 85 did fail, so I do have to be careful with that in future shoots. I mean, I'm most likely going to end up getting a native, the native Sony 85, the 85 1.8. I probably won't do the 85 1.4 GM just because I personally don't. I'm sure it's a wonderful piece of glass, but it just doesn't work with to me, I just don't think that I want to spend that much on an 85. So that's just my taste though. Anyways, overall, the experience with this A7R3 and adapted Canon glass using the MC11 was pretty good. Pretty happy with the camera so far. I'm looking forward to shooting more. I do want to get some native glass, like I said, the 85 probably. I'm happy with the 35, the Canon 35 and how it works. The autofocus works very well, so I'm not really kind of crazy to replace it or get rid of it, or have two 35s if I can use this one. But the 85 1.8 I want to get, and the 55 1.8 I had it, but it's either going to be, for me, it's either going to be one or the other. It's not going to be both. Anyways, that's it from me. Again, it's just some quick thoughts on this setup. Was not meant to be in any way a review or of any sort, just kind of like sharing my experience with it. But that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm going to continue to play some more behind the scenes type shots if you guys want to watch that, and some more photo samples again if you guys want to watch that. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.